According to the Alzheimer's Association, it's estimated that nearly 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's in 2021. And health experts believe that number could triple in years to come. However, family or loved ones continuously need guidance on this disease. And joining us this morning is Lisa Skinner, behavioral expert in the field of Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. Good morning to you, Lisa.
Good morning, Sierra.
Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Now this is clearly a very difficult topic for so many people. And, that led you to create your revised book, Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's, Its Secret Faces. So when someone has to deal with this or a loved one who's suffering, how do they respond to a loved one's false belief?
Well, this is why I included in the title of the book, Its Secret Faces, because this is one of the secret faces that we see with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. There's lots of behaviors that surface, and one of them is what we call a false belief, which means that they start talking about something that in their minds they believe is true, but in reality, it's not.
That's a really good tip to know. And, with this comes so much pressure on both sides of the caretaker and the person going through it. And so, if somebody feels that they need professional help, how can they feel like, they're not abandoning their parent or loved one if they place them in the care of professionals?
Yes, that's a tough dilemma for a lot of families. There's a lot of guilt feelings and obligation. I'll never put my dad in one of those places I've been hearing for 25 years. But in this instance, caring for somebody with cognitive decline is one of the hardest jobs anybody will ever have to do. It's a progressive degenerative disease. It progresses through a variety of stages, and eventually the person is going to need full care with all activities of daily living.
So once you kind of get past some of those barriers in this process, I think a lot of people question, how do we just make the best time, or make the best of our time together with our loved ones? What's the best way that they could do that?
So one of the things that I've seen happen over the last 25 years is the relationship between the relatives, like the adult children or the grandchildren, becomes very stressful, and they tell me that they feel very anxious to go visit their loved one because they don't know what the person's going to say, how they're going to act, and this is very common. So my advice is to learn to recognize all these behaviors that show up as a result of the damage being done to the brain.
If anybody's interested in getting your book, just to use it as a guide on this journey, where could they go?
It'll be available on Amazon in the next couple weeks, and it's called Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's, Its Secret Faces.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for joining us this morning and telling us about this. And it's such an important topic. And, thank you for the work that you do for, guiding people on a better journey with this.
It's been my pleasure, and thank you again for inviting me.